we're able to schedule like 80 campaigns in 2 minutes.
I mean, talking about, emailing people and having them different offers and the structure of the email, I'm curious, like what is the amount, like, and there's every list manager I talk to has a different way. There's a consensus that emailing every day is good, but do you find that's too much? And then if you do email every day, is there like a percentage that should be relationship building, a percentage that should be sales, a percentage that should be information? Like, how do you kind of figure that out? And obviously you're an expert in health and wellness and beauty and all that kind of stuff. So let's kind of stick to that industry. Like how do you kind of manage the split there?
Yeah, for sure. So first off, like the welcome series is key. So like the welcome series for me is like building the foundation of a house. Like if I told you, hey, Maria, I'm going to build you this beautiful mansion on the water. If I don't build a proper foundation, there's no house, right? And we could get into the welcome series after, but after the welcome series, we start with one email send every day.
Okay.
Eventually, we add a second send every day. So we do like 8 a.m., 6 p.m., second sends to a tighter segment. At one point at the beginning of COVID, there was so much money in email marketing where it sounds crazy, but we added a noon send. So at one point we had 3 sends per day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We did tighter segments. So like the noon send was 7-day openers. Like those people want to receive our emails. So like open rates there were still like 30%. So
okay.
3 sends is pretty crazy. I would say definitely do at least 1 send per day, even if like you're not in like the DRM space, but like you're in e-com space. Like for example, Lululemon, I get at least an email from them every day, sometimes 2, for example. So I would say at least 1 send every day. And it's kind of crazy, but there's so many buyers in our industry that are on other lists as well. So like, let's say I have a diabetes supplement list. They probably bought another affiliate offer out there, right? And so if you're not emailing them, someone else is going to email
Somebody
them.
else
So
is grabbing,
like, if you don't show up, like someone else is going to show up. And so you're losing money on the table. So I would say at least once a day, but eventually like to like a tight segment, I would introduce a second send per day.
So let's say you have 25,000 people on your list, you email them once a day, but then the people who have better open rates, you email them maybe a second time during the day to try to, okay. And then when you say your welcome series, because you mentioned that you had a welcome series, how is there like a hard and fast rule of how long it should be? And is it all like non-sales emails that you do for that welcome list?
Yeah. So for this like specific opportunity where we opt people into the second list, I generally do 5 to 7 emails. If it's like a brand's welcome series, I've seen them as long as like 30 days. But for our specific opportunity, we do 5 to 7 emails. I do 0 selling for a few reasons. First off, like after the welcome series, you'll have like 345 days to sell to them.
Yeah.
So I don't need to sell at first. For me, it's all about giving value, like building trust, building the relationship. So what I do, and you can probably do it now on AI, but like, let's say the diabetes example, I used to go on Fiverr and create a free diabetes meal plan, a free diabetes recovery ebook. And so first thing in the first email, I would say like, hey, Maria, welcome to our community. Congratulations on like starting your journey to become healthier, happier, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
To, expedite that process and help you even more, because I know fighting diabetes is really difficult task. Here's a free meal plan, for example.
Okay.
And, I always create a brand for every list I sign on. So for example, a diabetes brand, in this example, I create a really amazing blog that looks super authoritative, looks really great. And so I'll create all this great content that is also value for, these subscribers, because maybe it's 5 amazing workouts for diabetics, or the 5 best foods that you should eat, or the 5 worst foods that you should avoid. And so it's kind of a mix of like blog content, some free gifts. You can have people reply to get the free gifts, then you're getting good deliverability there.
Yeah.
And one big thing is we use personas. So the emails don't come from the brand, it comes from a person at that brand. And that was a complete game changer.
Okay. So like meaning the person's name, like it would be like Kyle at medical news, whatever.
We usually use a female.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot better. Like, is resonance a word? Like it resonates a lot better if it's from a female, except for, let's say, Men's Health List. They prefer like a Peter or a Tom.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I always I mean, if you have an actual persona to use or a face of a brand, great. In this case, because we're managing a client's list, we'll create a persona, let's say Sarah. And so it's a lot easier to have a relationship between your list and your subscribers or buyers if it's coming from a person, right? It feels a lot more personal. And so, yeah, like we've had a lot of success, like in terms of building trust, building a relationship. So once that welcome series is over, it's kind of like, it's sort of like the phone sales experts in our space. It's like, we're kind of like their coach or like their ally, right? In their journey to becoming healthier and, fighting diabetes or losing weight or whatever, like illness or like problem.
So if we take it like a step further, you have that welcome series and then you go obviously into the selling. Do you sell every single time after, or is there another ratio that you kind of try to keep in order to like, I know for me, like I'm subscribed to the Gap, not because I wear Gap clothes all the time, my son does. So I like to get those like deals, and I keep it on there because the day that I want to buy all this stuff at the Gap, it's like, there's always a coupon. There's always a coupon in my inbox. I just grab it and whatever. But it's like, that's the point of the Gap. So I get it. Like, they're not trying to build like a super cozy relationship with me, but like in this type of case, when it's health and wellness, you're trying obviously to build a relationship with people to trust you because they might be ingesting a product or whatever. So do you want to have like a ratio of like sales versus non-sales emails after that initial welcome series?
Yeah, it's a great question. So like in this opportunity where we build this second list, I'd say 95% of our emails are sales.
Okay.
There's times where we'll mix in content. So like we might have blog articles at the bottom of the email, right? So you might have the like offer creative, and then, here's a couple blog articles.
Okay.
Sometimes kind of like the iRolly style, they'll have a blog article link at the top. And so the subject line will be super engaging to get people to open. And then it more relates to the blog article. And then there's an offer creative. Okay. So in this case, we sell for the most part, like 95% of the time. If it's like your brand's email list, I would definitely say that'll be a much different strategy, right? You're going to be giving a lot more value and kind of content and then selling here and there.
Okay.
But in this case, it's pretty much 95%, but we'll mix in content here and there. And even when we're selling, like for me, we're giving value because I'm showing them like products that they might not see if they're not part of our newsletter, and products that might actually help them, right? So if they have diabetes, well, so one thing that we do is at the end of the welcome series, we send a really simple survey so that we can curate the best products or content for them. So we'll say, hey, what's your age? Are you male, female? Or I guess in 2022, we have to add the other.
Yeah.
Like, what other issues are you facing? What other types of content and products are you interested in? And
do people really reply to that though? Like, I mean, like, what's the incentive?
Percentage game?
Okay.
We give a free gift in exchange for the survey.
Okay.
Sometimes we're a little bit smart, and the gift will be like a free plus shipping affiliate offer, and so we're making sales there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably like 10% will fill it out, but let's say you have thousands of buyers coming in, that 10% is still like pretty representative.
Okay.
And so because of that, like I know so well what to send people. So even if it's a promotion, like these people want to receive these emails because it's potential products or offers that can actually help them, right?
Hope you found today's session valuable. If you have any questions for me or just want to connect, please feel free to visit my website, mariasparagas.com. That's mariasparagis.com. I'd love to hear what you're working on, so drop me a line on any hot button issues your business is experiencing. And remember, don't worry about failure. You only have to be right once.